an exciting time for celebrating 20 years for Franklin Tomorrow and all that they've continued to do for our community. And we're just thrilled to be able to celebrate that today. And today is also the Big Payback, as you all know. I know that Mindy will share a little bit about that as well. But I would just like to kick it off to Mindy. I know you've got some people you want to recognize and some things you'd like to share. So kick it off to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Brian. And thank you, Williamson Inc., for the support that you have given to the nonprofits who are participating in the Big Payback today. We really, really appreciate it. Spotlighting everyone with that email and giving a chance for people to select one of the 40, I think, that you spotlighted there. There is a great chance for people to support nonprofits in our community today. But we're here today. We're going to talk a little bit about Franklin Tomorrow before we do our proclamation signings, and just want to do that and give you a little bit of information about Franklin Tomorrow. Our mission is to engage the community, collaborate with others, and then advocate for a shared vision for the future of Franklin. We've got several of our board members on here, and I see our board chair, Alina Bell, is on here, as well as several of our board members and those who are active on our committee structure. So maybe they can raise their hand or wave and see them. We appreciate them so much. As Brian mentioned, this is the Big Payback, and you can contribute to the Big Payback for until 6 o'clock tonight. Go to thebigpayback.org and you can find your nonprofit to support. If you choose to support Franklin Tomorrow, it's thebigpayback.org/Franklin Tomorrow. And as I mentioned, our mission is to engage the community, and we do that in a variety of ways. Our next virtual event is Monday, May 11th. It's our Frank Talks presented by Williamson Medical Center and Bank. And our topic is mental health awareness and our response in the community. And part of that, we've been working with Mayor Ken Moore on his new Find Hope Franklin initiative. And I would encourage you to go and find information about Find Hope Franklin at findhopefranklin.com. If you want to register for Frank Talks on Monday, you can find that information at our website, franklintomorrow.org. After Monday, and as part of the Find Hope Franklin, we're providing QPR training for May 13th and May 20th. And it's a 90-minute program. You only need to attend one. But QPR stands for Question, Persuade, Refer. And just think about that as CPR in a mental health situation. And we're excited to have partnered with Find Hope Franklin, but also the Williamson County Health Department and Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network to provide those trainings. But all this information is on our website, franklintomorrow.org. As well, on our website, you'll find a timeline of our 20 years and some of the accomplishments during that time. And those include the historic Franklin license plate to show your civic pride on the back of your car. Also, we participated and created Friends of Franklin Parks, first as an LLC of our 501c3, and now they are a full-fledged nonprofit. And we participated with the city and also with Harper True Value in bringing the Christmas tree to the Franklin Public Square. And then for the last 2 years, our On the Table initiative, which we're really proud of as well. So those are just some of the accomplishments at Franklin Tomorrow during this past 20 years. But I will stop and turn it over back to Brian, and then we'll get started with some of our proclamations.
Great. Thank you, Mindy. And again, thank you for all that Franklin Tomorrow has done for our community and continues to do for our community. I'm proud to say that I have a Franklin license plate, so supporting y'all with that. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Mayor Ken Moore, who is going to share some remarks, and also I believe he's got a proclamation. Mayor Moore?
Yeah, thank you, and Brian and Mindy, and good morning, everybody. And I do have a proclamation, but I'd like to take a minute to make a few comments before I read that proclamation. Just about the significant impact that Franklin Tomorrow has made on our community. There's so much evidence of so many things that they've done. And as mayor of the city, you know, the city can't do everything. There's some things that we need partners. And Franklin Tomorrow has been such a great partner, whether we look at Friends of Franklin Parks, whether we're looking at their participation in Find Hope Franklin, whether that's their buy-in as far as help train our community with suicide prevention, the QPR training. The list just goes on and on and on. And I just see a continued great future, and wish them the best of luck for the next 20 years, that they'll accomplish doubly what they have the first 20, and I believe they truly will. So let me read you the proclamation. Whereas Franklin Tomorrow plays an essential role in working to make Franklin a great place to live, work, and play by engaging the community, fostering collaboration, and advocating for a shared vision for the future of Franklin. And whereas Franklin Tomorrow's charter was signed on March 20th, 2000 by a small group of leaders who recognized that something needed to be done to ensure that Franklin's future would be as rich as its past through a broad-based strategic effort. The leadership included Julian Bibb, Dick Geige, Mike Allday, Gail Moyer Harris, and others who came together for the common bond of choosing the right path for our city and future generations. Whereas Franklin Tomorrow presents information programs that allow the community to be engaged and informed about the challenges that face Franklin, as well as the positive things that are happening within our city. The program includes Frank Talks, a monthly lecture series, and Breakfast with the Mayors, a quarterly lecture series. And whereas Franklin Tomorrow created many new initiatives and organizations to enhance Franklin, including custom historic Franklin license plates, which has generated revenue for Franklin Tomorrow while creating a sense of civic pride. And whereas in 2011, Franklin Tomorrow created Friends of Franklin Parks as an LLC to provide a mechanism for investment from private organizations and individuals into enhancements and expansion of the city of Franklin Parks. Now its own nonprofit organization, Friends of Franklin Parks, has been responsible for millions of dollars of investment in the parks, both from the private and the public sector. Now, therefore, I, Dr. Ken Moore, Mayor of Franklin, do hereby proclaim the day of March 20th, 2020 as Franklin Tomorrow Day. And I urge our citizens to join in commemorating Franklin Tomorrow, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to this community have established as a great organization that is enhancing the future of Franklin. Mindy?
Thank you, Mayor. There, I got it. And here I have it. Yay, the magic occurs today. Thank you very much. The backdrop doesn't work, but I do have that. Thank you so much, Mayor, and thank you for those kind words. We appreciate your support, and we couldn't do it without the City of Franklin and our close working relationship with you, City Administrator Eric Stuckey, and all the aldermen, as well as your department heads. They're just great to work with, and we are very blessed. And I'm looking forward to some things that you're going to announce on May 15th at your State of the City address.
It's great. Thank you. I love how things that just magically appeared. Maybe you just got that proclamation. It's like, you know, on these Zoom calls, little things like that are like fun surprises that just make our day. So thank you for that. So at this time, I know we've got some legislators that have joined the call and have some remarks that they each want to say. We've got, first, I'd like to introduce all of our legislators and who's here. We have Representative Glenn Cassida, Senator Jack Johnson, and Representative Sam Whitson. And again, we thank you all for.
And Representative Brandon Ogles is here as well today.
Brandon. All right. Welcome, Brandon. So I'd like to kick it off and first go to Glenn, if you'd like to, I think you've got some remarks you'd like to say. Are you there, Glenn? Well, let's go to, how about Senator Jack Johnson? Do we have, I can't see who's there or not there. So Senator Jack Johnson, are you there? How about Brandon, since we know that Brandon's here?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I'm still getting, I should be used to Zoom by now, but this is still a new process. But just thank you everybody for joining and getting the invite, and thank you for all y'all do in downtown Franklin. You know, when I looked at the timeline and the dates, it was kind of nostalgic to think back, you know, what I was doing in Franklin in 2001 and 2000, and looking at that timeline. You know, it's been a great city to grow up in, and I love the opportunity to represent really the town and the community that I've called home since I was a young man. So I just appreciate all you do, and the mayor and Mindy and everybody at Williamson Inc. Y'all just, you know, I'm always amazed at how well organized Franklin City and Williamson County as a whole is, as well as the business community, and how well y'all integrate with what we're doing and trying to do at the state level. So just thank you again, and thank you always, and you know, always reach out to us and lean on us when you need to, or ask for support. These are obviously different times. I was surprised this morning to hear some of the stuff up at the state, some of the numbers and things we're dealing with. We haven't dealt with in the state of Tennessee since the Second World War, and really back to Reconstruction after the Civil War. So we've got some huge hurdles to overcome, and these are just trying times. But thank you for all y'all do, and just proud to be a small part of a great community. But thank you for having me today, and thank you for Franklin Tomorrow for all you do.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon. How about Sam, Representative Sam Whitson? You got to unmute yourself, Sam.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, there you go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, again, thank y'all so much for having us on here this morning, and joined by Pam. And we just want to tell you how much we appreciate everything Franklin Tomorrow has done for our community over the past 20 years. In fact, we moved here 20 years ago this month, and we lived in 9 different states, 9 different and overseas, and we have it great here in Franklin. And Franklin Tomorrow has contributed so much to make that happen, and we appreciate that. The team, Mindy, great leadership, a great command climate you have established there, and the board and the members who all work together to make this happen for our citizens in our state. And it's tough to follow Mayor Moore, but I echo his comments and appreciation for everything that y'all have done. And with that, I would like to read a proclamation from the General Assembly at this point, if I could. And Pam, has the cover, but let me read this real quick here. House Joint Resolution 868 by Representative Sam Whitson, a resolution to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Franklin Tomorrow. Whereas the members of the General Assembly are pleased to recognize an organization that works with purpose, commitment, and conviction to make its community an even better place to live. And whereas the Franklin Tomorrow is an independent, community visionary, nonprofit organization created in 2000 by a group of forward-looking business and community leaders to safeguard the attributes that made Franklin special then and for future generations. And whereas Franklin Tomorrow mission is to engage the community, foster collaboration, and advocate for a shared vision for the future of Franklin as a city with robust neighborhoods, a vibrant economy, distinct character, and great people. And whereas Franklin Tomorrow develops and presents programs such as its quarterly breakfast with the mayors or monthly Frank Talks lecture series that educate and illuminate issues facing the community as a whole. And whereas Franklin Tomorrow also takes a broader approach to trends and how they could impact Franklin and its residents through the organization On the Table initiative. And whereas Franklin Tomorrow also sponsors Get Fit Franklin, the Exemplary Community Volunteer Awards, and other programs to engage citizens and shine a spotlight on positive aspects of the community. And whereas Franklin Tomorrow is fortunate to have the inspiring leadership and strong commitment of its 5 officers and 27-member board. And whereas Franklin offers a superior quality of life, and Franklin Tomorrow plays an important role in maintaining and improving that quality of life. That now, therefore, be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 111th General Assembly of the State of Tennessee, the Senate concurring, that we commemorate the 20th anniversary of Franklin tomorrow, wish its officers and board members much continued success as they help build an even brighter future for their community. Signed, Governor Bill Lee, Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally, Speaker of the House Cameron Sexton, Senator Jack Johnson, and Representatives Sam Whitson, Glenn Casta, and Brandon Ogles.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pam, I'd like to watch Pam magically. Oh, look at that. It did happen.
Did happen.
It did.
Thank you. Did happen.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay. Good job.
Nice job, Pam. Yeah.
Sleight of hand there. That'll make it a little interesting. Thank you so much, legislators, and they're always great supporters and have listened. And many of our accomplishments are based in what our state and local leadership are doing. We are just so happy to have your support.
And I would like to also thank my administrative assistant, Amanda Conway, for help coordinating that proclamation with members of the General Assembly.
That's great.
That's great. Thank you all. I appreciate it. And, just to touch on what Brandon said, there's a lot of great organizations in our community that are doing great things. And it's really the collaboration between all of us that I think makes this community so fantastic. So the partnership that we have with our legislators, as well as other entities, whether it be our cities or our county or our nonprofit organizations, it certainly is a unique mix that we have here. So, and with that, I wanted to, our president and CEO for Williamson Inc. is on this. I just wanted to give Matt the opportunity to share a few kind words as well. He's frozen now.
Sure. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. And thanks everybody for being here, there, wherever you are today and zooming in, right? Under Mindy's leadership, Franklin tomorrow has become a great economic development partner for Williamson Inc. I always enjoy collaborating with Mindy, with her board, with her team on joint events, joint initiatives. She's held some great Vision City visits I've had a chance to attend, and we've taken some great ideas back and implemented those throughout Williamson County and the city of Franklin. So Mindy, congratulations on 20 years. Congratulations to your great leadership, and we look forward to many more years of you all as an economic development partner as we continue to try to create prosperity for our friends, family, and neighbors.
Thank you so much, Matt. That's great.
Mindy, do you have any final comments before we're going to virtually cut a ribbon just to kick this off? So do you have any parting words before we do that?
No, I don't, but I wonder, Alina, I'm going to unmute you. Alina Bell, our board chair. I wonder if she has anything she'd like to add to this conversation today.
I just want to say thank you very much for allowing us to showcase the 20th anniversary celebration. And I thank Williamson Inc. as always for their excellence in being able to do something like a virtual ribbon cutting. We're really excited to continue our partnership, and we hope and pray for 20 more years of excellence for the community.
Great.
Perfect. Thank you,
Thank
Alina.
you. And then just as you've mentioned before, this is the Big Payback, and we appreciate being here this morning, but part of our mission is to collaborate with others. And so I'm going to just send you information now in the chat about if you want to participate in the Big Payback, how to go to their website. You can find any nonprofit that's participating, but also please consider supporting Franklin tomorrow as part of the Big Payback, so we can continue to offer programs and free of charge and for the community.
That's great. Thank you. And I also want to give a shout out. Thank you to Jenna on our team for creating the virtual background that we're all a part of here. She's worked hard, and this is also a little forewarning to catch a good screenshot here coming soon, so that you know that that's coming. But here, we're going to try something a little different. Last time we had like a little ribbon that we actually tried to cut, but let's do kind of like a everybody go out to your right.
You're right.
So, to your right, put your arms out. We're gonna do little alligator arms. Matt, I think you're to your left. Are you to your left or to your right? He's trying to be different, I think. Anyway, on the count of three, there you go.
No, I'm not sure. Is that right? Okay.
Yes. On the count of three, we are going to cut the ribbon. So little alligator arms. and then we're going to look really excited on the screen because that's how we can capture it. So on the count of 3, let's cut Franklin Tomorrow's ribbon. 1, 2, 3. Look excited. Yay! We did it. So again, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Franklin Tomorrow, for all that you've done in the last 20 years, and we're confident that there will be 20 ahead. And so just thank you for everybody that's on the call today. Thank you to our legislators, to I think some members of the BOMA were on here as well. And we just, again, thank you. And as many sent out information, the Big Payback is today. Please support our local nonprofits, Franklin Tomorrow being one of them. And let's make it a great win for Williamson County today. So thank you, everyone.
Great. Thank you.